Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to Real Talks One podcast. Today we are going to discuss about the recent changes that several of the platforms such as Meta, Google, etc. have announced with respect to low quality content that has been prevalent on these platforms, whether it is Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, etc. I myself have been creating content for at least over a decade actually, but this Real Talks that I started out, Real Talks 1, was close to 2 years ago. And if you would have seen that I actually do unscripted talks, real talks, and basically whatever comes to my mind, I relay it as it is in real time. In fact, one of the USPs that I have is I even respond to people's questions in real time as they basically post it on the live chat. That is the biggest USP that I bring to the table, wherein people can see that I am authentic, I am real, it's unscripted. Whatever is being asked, I respond to that immediately. Not that all my content will be liked by everyone, etc. But at least I can guarantee that this is an authentic content. It has never been discussed or shared anywhere else. And this basically summarizes my experiences, my conversations with people, my research that I do offline, and I speak my mind through this podcast. So let's understand what these companies have made a decision. So last week, actually, or earlier this week, I would say, Google and Meta announced that they, from 15th of July, they are going to demonetize and deprioritize low quality content, which did not take much effort for people to build or lacked authenticity, or it was a copy content, it was not original and authentic content, or the content that is being generated through AI or generative AI, right? You would have seen over the last, I would say, 2 years or so, right, post COVID, that the number of creators have mushroomed. In India alone, you have millions of creators who are creating lot of copycat content or repurposed content. You would see a lot of content wherein they use popular kind of memes, or they will use popular voiceovers, and they will just be doing lip sync, and they'll enact on that. I mean, in one way it can be considered as good also, like it's like a cheap thrill or entertainment. Sometimes you like it as well, but then you are using somebody else's content, which is basically the lip over like a music video or a particular meme, and then you are enacting on that, right? That kind of content was very much popularized by TikTok, and even to this date, lot of people produce that kind of content. Then you would see a lot of the content is reused, like somebody else has produced the content, you do not give credit to them, reuse and repurpose that content as your own, and then basically try to gain followers, or try to demonstrate that you are a thought leader, or try to basically just increase the virality, right? That's And traditionally, if you see, all these platforms have made such kind of content viral because it is mass produced content. If it gets basically into the algorithm and it gets distribution, many people actually see that content. The more people they see the content and they like it and share it, the algorithm basically grows it further, it distributes it further, right? And now what has happened is that there is so much of fake content online. Like, I have seen so many videos where they are showing some kind of animal walking on the road, or some whales that have been infested with barnaculars, and they are using machines to clean the whales, taking them out. Sometimes these videos are so natural looking that for a naive person, I mean, I work in the field, I am from a technology field, so I can distinguish that this is a artificially generated video. But for kids or people who are not familiar with technology, they would actually even think that these are real videos. So lot of this artificially generated content is coming online, and even that is getting viral. So I think in one sense, these platforms have done a great job by trying to put a like a stop to these kind of things. But then it also goes against their philosophy, right? These are the very companies that are creating these generative AI technologies that allow you to produce this mass market content like rather quickly without even much effort. Actually, you can just put some prompts, and then you can get the result, right? When you create a high quality content which has real meat, which has some kind of a learning built inside it, even if it can be a creative content, right? It could be a funny message, it could be a movie, it could be motivational content, it could be any kind of content. All of those things take a lot of effort. Like, I am speaking right now, right? I am summarizing maybe multiple decades of my own experience when I speak. So even if it may seem like I'm sitting in front of my computer and just started speaking, this is basis on the wealth of experience that I have had over a long period of time, the different kind of cultures that I have experienced, whether living in Japan or in the US or working for different companies, running my own startup, etc. So I'm using the amalgamation of those knowledge and the wisdom that I've gained after going through so much, and then I combine it with the recent news or recent development that are going on, and then basically build a like a podcast. So even though it may seem like it is low effort for me, it is only low effort because of the fact that I'm good at speaking. I can quickly articulate ideas and convey them in a simple language. But the knowledge that I have possessed, the kind of interaction that I have had, it's very difficult to like imitate, right? And that's the content I prefer. And even if I only get like 100 views or 200 views, it doesn't matter. I just keep religiously creating this content because I believe whatever I am speaking, etc., can help certain people either through improving their knowledge or motivating them or getting them into the right direction. That's the sole purpose of whenever I create any kind of content. And thankfully, even these platforms have now seen the value of that content. So now we can experience that all those fake content, or you would see the copied content, or even AI generated content, you would start seeing those content going down, and more authentic and real content would come out. I want to, also use this opportunity to explain certain things. So, uh, there is, I would say, you know, the real value that a content creates. The value determined basis on the tone of the content, or the benefit that you can get from this content. So the things that I'm speaking here have lot more value than how my video looks, or what I am wearing, or how I look or not. I mean, those are also important. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I can put some makeup, I can put some beauty products, etc. But that will render me, difficulty, that I'll not be able to create content as often I want, because I'll have to find a specific time and duration for it. And given my, life stage at this point of time, that's almost impossible for me to do. So I create content when the thoughts are coming in my mind. I have some time window. I quickly come in front of my computer and start speaking and recording the content live. That's the way I do it. But that's not low quality content. Yes, my content quality can be questioned basis on my video quality or my audio quality. It can also be questioned upon the look and feel of how I present myself and things like that. But you cannot question me upon the content that I'm speaking, the value that I'm going to derive, the value that I'm basically trying to create for the people or the audience that are going to listen to this content. So I'm talking about that content quality, not the technical content quality with respect to like the video, audio, graphics, or animations, etc., that I might have used in producing this kind of content. So I think going forward, we'll have to still see the impact of this, but lot of creators who are solely just like repurposing the existing content, or using voiceovers, or just generating generative AI based videos or images or audios, they will see their kind of earnings completely go down, or even their following will actually go down, because these platforms will curtail these kind of creators. So automatically, when that bulk mass produced content will go down, then the authentic creators such as myself and others would basically automatically get more distribution, because all that virality that was being taken care of by this generative AI based content and mass produced content and low quality content will be slowly eliminated from the ecosystem, and the real generators, real creators who really add value to the ecosystem. And again, I'm not saying, so I make a lot of educational content which is mostly on current topics and technology and things on business and culture, etc. But even players who are working in like animation or sports, technology, business, music, songs, movies, that is can also be an authentic content, right? It's not based upon the category. Category can be anything, but the content should be original and authentic. That's what I'm talking about. So I think it's a welcome move. That's what I feel. I'll continue to produce this content as and when thoughts come to my mind. I will relay them unfiltered, directly. That is why the name Real Talks One, because we believe in producing real content that is good for the people directly and speaking as it is, like no manipulation, no modification, etc. And that is why I mostly do real basically stream. There is a no option for me to change my words or manipulate the words, etc. I don't have a script in front of me that I'm reading from and speaking. So I just speak it from my mind right away, right there and then. So that's all I had for today. I hope you are enjoying your time. And if you like this, please like it, share it, and subscribe it. Do write to me and let me know if there is any other topic that is of interest that you would like for us to cover. We'll definitely meet and do that. Make sure that you spend time with your family, eat right, exercise, sleep to take care of your family. And we'll meet soon in a new podcast. Take care.